Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, Little O, the Little O Experience, and I am down here today at Remo Media Studios interviewing Mr. H. Bosh Jr. Okay, he has done so much here in the Capital District. He has brought on many people on his show, highlighting them, just giving them their praise. Does a lot for the community, highlights a lot of people in this community. So today we're going to highlight him. Okay, so definitely check this out. I am very excited to be doing this interview, and I hope you're excited to watch it because he is actually one of the big people here in the 518. So you definitely want to check it out. Mr. H. Bosh Jr., the Little O Experience. I'm out here and I interview only the best of the best. Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, Little O, the Little O Experience, and I am so excited for this interview today. This has been a long time coming. Today we have in the building Mr. H. Bosh Jr. here at Remo Media Studios. And yeah, he's here and we're going to interview him. We're just chilling out, we're vibing. And he has his own radio segment. Triple E's empowering people to make productive and significant changes in their life to overcome their adversities. So yeah, I know it's long, but but it is a good time. Hey, how you doing today?
Wow, I'm doing excellent, excellent. And first of all, thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for all you do. I am so proud of what you do and how you've stepped into your destiny and owning your space. And it's a privilege to see you on your journey, to see you grow, to see you make a difference. And I hope that you stand on shoulders like mine because, I always tell you anything I can do to aid and assist you. I am here.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like, and I appreciate how you highlight people in the community. People who need to be highlighted, who are just as important as any other celebrity out here in the 518 and beyond. Like you give them their praise, you give them their recognition and everything like that. It's like yeah, like you're just great. You're wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about you, Mr. H. Bosh Jr. Now, where were you born at? Where did you grow up at?
Originally, I always tell people I'm originally from LA,
Okay.
Lower Albany.
No, I thought you were talking about Los Angeles.
No, I come from the LA where there were no beaches. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But actually conceived in Alabama, almost born on the New Jersey Turnpike. But my mom was insisted on having me being born in the North, and we landed in Albany.
Oh,
By
wow.
God's grace and mercy.
Okay, all right. So what was Albany like back then?
Albany back. Well,
I mean, I know how it is now.
yeah, right.
I know how it is
Well,
when I was growing up.
from the time I could remember, Albany was good. The community we lived in was vibrant. We had a very close knit community. I came up during this time where people in the community, anybody could discipline you. Okay, yeah, anybody could whip your behind if you acted out. But for the most part, I had a great upbringing. I had seven brothers and sisters, and there was a lot of love. So I'm not going to be one of these people that I talk about my upbringing, I'm going to say, well, there were hard times. We didn't have food on the table,
Right.
and we struggled. No, whatever. Maybe I didn't have two or three pairs of sneakers, but that one pair of sneakers that I had, I thought I was supposed to have it. Right. And I was grateful for that. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. I don't remember a day not going to bed with a full stomach. I'm still paying for that now. God bless you, Miss Inez. So, no, I had a great, great upbringing, had some great mentors in my community and in my family. My sisters love them dearly,
Right.
were really, really so instrumental in doing the things that I wanted to do.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, like that's great. That's amazing to hear. So you went to Albany High. Now, Albany High, well, let's just say Albany High is different. It was different back when I was growing up, and it's even more different now. So, but let's talk about your experience at Albany High. Wow, how was that for you, and what was it like back then?
My experience at Albany High was great. One, we went to the new high school, which they've since then remodeled. So I was the first class to go 4 years in Albany High. Actually, when I started in 19, no, 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 first year, but we were the first original class that went 4 years in Albany High School. And it's kind of like, wow, amazing how they tore down a lot of the school and they rebuilt it.
Right.
And I was like, that was so new to us when we went to school. And oh man, I started high school with a lot of great people who are doing some phenomenal things now. I'm not going to name drop, but I was blessed to be
Right.
around a lot of great people in high school.
Wow. Okay. So, because you know how Albany High is now. What do you think of Albany High now compared to when you went back then?
I think the dynamics of the school is different. I think the educational system has changed in a way where I don't think it's is impactful as it was when I was going to school. Again, I had great mentors, great teachers,
Right.
but education has changed. Teachers have changed.
Right.
Students have changed. I mean, with the I guess the activity that goes on in a daily high school, sometimes violence and stuff like that, it changes the attitude of a teacher and what they bring to class every day. Some of them are there just to get through it. I'm a firm believer. I came up in the era where my teachers didn't teach for income, they taught for outcome.
Oh.
You see, I'm going to say that again.
Wow.
My teachers didn't teach for income, they taught for outcome.
Okay.
It's just the opposite now. I think
Yeah.
a lot of teachers are teaching for income, even though it's not the highest paid profession, but they want to get in and get out.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what my experience was at Albany High.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you definitely had a great experience, but like I said, it was definitely different in your day than it was now or even in my day. So, but then like you went on to Hudson Valley. So, when you went to Hudson Valley, when you graduated from Albany High and you went on to Hudson Valley, did you know that you wanted to be a communications major, that you wanted to, get into radio, or did you know that before you went, while you were in high school and before you went to college?
To be honest with you, no, this was the last thing on my mind. I just wanted to get an education and be honest, wear a suit every day and carry a briefcase. But no, that was the last thing on my mind.
Right.
And then a lot of the things that have happened in my life, I always say everything good that has happened to me in my life has came on the other side of hard.
Right.
Meaning I've had to work for it. I had to do something, or something drastic happened in my life where I had to really fight or defend myself. So again, everything good that has happened to me has came on the other side of hard. And this is another example of me getting into media. I didn't think I would ever. Well, no. Let me take that back. I knew early on God had a plan for me, that I was going to make a difference, and I was going to make a difference on a big stage. But I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to get there. And if you would have told me it was going to be through media, this, that, and the other, I was like, I don't know. Or if you would have told me that I would have been a successful entrepreneur for 20 years, that wasn't in the cards. But I knew I had a vision, but I just didn't see it. And God, I guess if you have a vision, eventually he turns that vision into provision. He puts the P and the R, right, the O in front of vision, and it's provision. And I was blessed.
Oh, wow. Okay. So when did you decide that you wanted to take the road to, get into radio and media? And basically, like, you're more than just a radio personality. You're a motivational speaker and everything like that. You're a powerful speaker. So when did you decide that, that was the path that you were going to take?
Great question. And I like to think of me more as a high impact difference maker. And I do that in several ways: media, speaking, being in business for years, and God bless me, I'm still in business and pretty successful. So when did I decide? Again, things happen, and things happened that kind of led me to this and led me to say, okay, this is what I can do because that chapter of my life has changed. So, me and my experience in the criminal justice system, which ultimately came out to my benefit, led me to media. Because I had an experience in the criminal justice system that, like I said, changed the trajectory of my life. And to God be the glory. I was successful, and I won. And that's a daunting, traumatizing experience when you go through the criminal justice system.
Right.
Because that system is not built for us to succeed. So, because I had that experience, it led me to this journey in my life. And someone who knew someone who knew someone connected me with the Sanctuary for Independent Media in 2007, and the rest is history. Upwards of maybe 300 interviews I've done or more. I can't even count.
Oh boy.
So that's how I got into it.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's talk about your career in criminal justice, because I noticed that when I was looking at your Facebook page, because that's what I do. I look at people's I do research. I look at people's Facebook pages, look at their bios, everything like that. So when I was looking at your Facebook page, I noticed that you've highlighted some criminal justice students, or young people who want to get into criminal justice. So, like, your career in criminal justice, what exactly did you do there, and what was your path like? Because my daughter wants to get into criminal justice.
Well,
So,
first of all, what aspect does she want to get into? I got into criminal justice reform and criminal justice system as an advocate
okay.
because of my experience with the criminal justice system. And I said to myself, what can I do to eliminate what happened to me and to make things more equal and just for people who come after me, the sons, the daughters, the fathers, the mothers. And that's what led me into the criminal justice system. So I don't know what aspect she wants to get into, if she wants to get into it in law enforcement.
I think she wants to be a lawyer. That's
Okay.
what she wants to get into, like, the law side of it. She
Excellent.
wants to,
Excellent.
help people who need it, who can't, like, fight for themselves, who can't defend themselves.
Excellent.
That's what she wants to do. She wants to serve the community and serve people. So I think she wants to get into the law aspect of it.
Well, I think that's great. And like you said, starting out being a lawyer and also being able to represent, I will say this, um, speaking for myself,
Right.
advocacy work is not a lot of money. All right.
Okay.
It is long hours. It is dedication. It's a lot of disappointment, but you have to have your heart in it, or something has had to happen to you for you to be so passionate about making a difference.
Right.
It's not cut out for everyone, but I know what happened to me. Um, oh, changed the trajectory of my life, and it made me want to get into trying to change a system that is so unjust and unfair,
Right.
and that is so top heavy when it comes to the disparities for people of color.
Wow. Okay. All right. I mean, like, I do notice that, within the justice system, there are some things that are unfair to me, that
Yes,
they are
absolutely.
unfair. Like, a person of color gets life in prison for doing a crime, but a person who's not of color, they don't serve as much time. That person of color, they tend to get penalized for doing the same crime that a person who's not of color have. And my problem with that is, I feel like if you're going to do that to a person of color, you should do that to a person who's not of color as well. There's an old saying, let the punishment fit the crime. So if we're going to let the punishment fit the crime, then it should go both ways. So I do notice that in the criminal system, that it's not equal, it's not fair. It's
No,
not
it's not.
equally
No,
fair.
it's not at all. No. You know, The late great Richard Pryor once said, when he spoke about the criminal justice system, he
Right.
says justice, meaning just us, is usually in that system. You know,
Oh my God.
yeah, yeah, but it's so true. It's
Right.
so true. But that that part in itself, yes, it's there, but there's things that you have to do to change it, you know, and you have to look at the law and you have to say, well, how can I chip away at making this more fair and just, like
Right.
bail system, like when you get arrested, your rights in terms of confession. Um, Another thing is I was a part of this movement, and it took years and years to get to the floor, and eventually the legislation was passed, and
Right.
it's called the bill, the Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct. Now, do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Exactly. Most New Yorkers don't know what it means, but it's something that will help your son and daughter down the line. You see, it's something that stemmed from people like me and all the other people who worked with me in terms of wrongful conviction, wrongful prosecution. It motivated us to try to change the system. Now, I'll just give you a little highlight of what the bill is. The Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct is holding prosecutors accountable.
Right.
Okay, prosecutors are the only people or only profession that before this bill, which is the first of its kind in the country, they had nothing that really held them accountable. You know, they had this little milk toast commission where if they did something wrong, they would spank you on the hand, but that's it. This bill now holds prosecutors accountable for when they do things that they should not do.
Right.
You know, and there's a host of little, what should I say, highlights in it, which I'm not going to go point for point, verse for verse, but there's bail system. There's a whole lot of things. When we first started, it was really strong, but to get it across the goal line, they took out a lot of teeth in it. At the time, I think it was Andrew Cuomo was the governor,
Right.
but it's still significant. But prosecutors fought tooth and nail not to get this as a law, and it's very meaningful, you know. And that's a bill I suggest you read.
Okay.
The Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct and how it changes the landscape of how prosecutors now have to deal with defendants.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. So how, like, again, how long were you in criminal justice for?
How long was I
Yeah.
in criminal justice?
Yeah.
I
Being an
still
advocate.
am.
Oh,
This is
okay.
this is a lifelong um, um, movement for me. You know, I still am the advocate. I'm getting ready to post a segment on a girl who did time in prison, and
I saw that.
okay, yeah. And then right here, I've had guys who did time in prison, came home, and turned out to be productive members of society. So I'm still, what should I say, very heavy into criminal justice reform.
Okay.
I'm working with an attorney. Oh boy, she is a dynamo, Cheryl Gates, and we are involved. We're doing this 5-part segment called I'm Not a Menace, or changing the narrative. I'm not a menace to society. And it's getting a host of people who've served time, a lot of them unjustly, and some of them did committed a crime. But we're highlighting not only the criminal justice system, but violence inside the prison, which leads me to just recently, look what happened, the Brooks case. And then the other young man who got killed as a result of violence in prison.
Oh wow.
So that in itself has kept me close to the ground as far as criminal justice reform, you know, and advocating for a fair and just system. So when you say how long, I'm still, you know, nose to the grindstone on all of this.
Okay. All right. Well, I definitely see you, out here in the community, and you're putting a lot of shine on people, on your radio segments, like you said, people who have done time in prison, people who are doing work in the community, like the teacher Diane Clark, you had her on the show.
Yes.
Just like teachers and like a lot of people who, that they don't get their shine, but you're giving them their shine. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
When did you start your radio segment, and what made you want to start your radio segment? Was it the you being in the criminal justice system, or
Yeah, it was part of me being in the criminal justice system, and I saw that I could have a platform that would make a difference. And before we go any further, right there on my wall, I have to give tribute to the late great Megan Marone.
oh
Okay,
wow.
she and if you read the little imprint in there, it was the first time on air. That
Okay.
was the first time, and she gave me the opportunity. She did a show on Thursdays, and the first time I sat in with her as a co-host, she said, "You're a natural to this." I'm like, "Oh, really?" And she said, "You might want to think about doing this on a regular."
Okay.
And she gave me the opportunity. And the reason why I owe such a tribute to her, she died is she had a horrific death. You guys might have heard about 2 years ago, there was a teacher who taught at, I think, Shenandoah,
Okay.
that was found in the Berkshires, dead.
Oh,
That was her.
the one with the red hair, right?
Yes, yep,
Oh my
Megan Marone.
goodness.
The
Oh my
one who
goodness.
gave me my start. So I always try to give a tribute to her.
Right.
She stepped aside, gave me a show, and it took off from there. And in addition to that, I said to myself when I started this show, I'm like, I never did this before. What am I gonna do? But God always gives you a vision.
Yes.
And I don't know how, but teas came up. And then all of a sudden, there was, ease. He gave me the word, the, and then
Right.
ease just came to mind. And I'm like, what ease? What are you giving me, God? What does ease mean? Ease turned out to be, I'm so blessed. The ease turned out to be a segment which has taken off, and people have listened to this all around the world, and that is called the Triple E's: education, empowerment, entrepreneurship. And that covers just a genre of people, and not only just criminal justice, but I've had business people on.
Yes.
I've had people from the 518. I do a segment called 518 Shining Stars.
Yeah.
51, right, right. 518 Rising Stars. So I highlight a lot of people who have gone on to do tremendous things, as I spoke about Dr. Thomas, who went to Long Island.
Yes.
Okay, and now I'm getting really passionate about this. And now she has one of the biggest music schools in New York State, probably in the country. And she's a 518 born, bred, and buttered right here. And she's the mother of the teacher who influenced my last guest. All right.
Wow.
All right, Miss Ann Thomas. So this has given me the opportunity to do so many things. I also teach courses on how to start your own business,
Okay.
and how to be successful, because as you see, it says education, empowerment, entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So I teach people on the do's and don'ts of starting a business, the pathway to success, and how to be an entrepreneur. Everybody can start a business. Not everybody can run a business
Yeah.
and manage a business.
Right.
And I teach them on that. I also do stuff where I have students come in and I teach them the value of communication. Look at the studio.
Right.
On how to communicate, on how to get their message across. So we have a large umbrella, and we do a lot of things through media, through speaking, through education. So it is, like I said, empowerment, education, empowerment, entrepreneurship. And that's what we here at Remo Media is all about. And the team that I put around me. I got to give a shout out to my team. Can I do that?
Yes,
All
you
right.
can.
My engineer, Kaylin, my IT guy, he just likes to be referred as T, but his name is Kahamid. My sound guy, Sean, who does all of that. And then I have a photo guy named Ryan, who does my video. I'm officially making him part of my team. Yes, I'm soliciting and no, I'm recruiting him. So anyway, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Now I got a question for you.
Sure.
Remo Media Studios. Where'd you come up with that name?
Oh boy. Okay. So this is how I came up with Remo Media Studios. Just like Made to Believe LLC Network. Let's go there first. Made to Believe LLC Network, because I said, God, give me something, right? That's my daughter's initial. Her initials, her name is Monique Tashe Bosh.
Oh, okay.
So I said, put something to that, right? And, driving one day, he put Made to Believe.
Nice.
And you notice I end my segments by saying, this H. Bosh Jr. doing what I'm made to believe. Because I wake up every day, every morning I wake up and I say, what I'm doing, or this thing that God has blessed me to do, I am made to believe that this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yeah. So then down the line, overcoming adversity specialist. I added that to it because I'm a true with all the things I've been through. If anybody's an overcoming adversity specialist, it's me. But I think in our own right, everybody's an overcoming adversity specialist.
Right.
Who hasn't overcome adversity? Yes. But that I made as my brand, overcoming adversity specialist, with all the things that I've been through and all the things that I know God or the devil's going to throw at me in the future. So I just wrote that as my brand, overcoming adversity specialist. Then we move over to Remo Media.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you a little hint. Oprah named her studios Harpo Studios.
Yes.
Why did she do that? What's
because of the color purple?
No.
Well,
Harpo is Oprah spelled backwards.
Oh, see, I thought it was because of the movie The Color Purple.
No,
and
no. Harpo is Oprah spelled backwards, which I don't use a lot, but Remo is my name spelled backwards.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
Got it?
That's different.
Right,
That's different.
right. And again, people say, I like that name. God works miracles. When you don't know something, God gives it to you. And just to give me Made to Believe, and then my to give me a studio name that has caught on.
Right.
Remo Media.
Yes.
But that's my name. And you notice I say H. Bosh Jr. Why? You look right behind you. That's senior.
Okay. Wow.
See?
Okay.
So I give a tribute every show to my mother and father, because I end by saying H. Bosh Jr. This is Mrs. what? Inez Bosh's baby boy.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
All right?
All right.
So not only do I give credit to myself, I give credit to my mom, and I give credit to my dad, because I would not be here, and my mom, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Talking about my mom, let me just say a few things about her. My mom was a dynamo. Both of them were born in deep Jim Crow South, Alabama. One was born in Anniston, Alabama. The other one was born in Ashland. Both of them were active in civil rights. Okay. I had the opportunity, I think 2 years ago, to interview the mayor of Selma, Alabama. Walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. But all of this stuff came from my mom, who was a true civil rights advocate. And she used to always tell us, not to have is no reason not to get. I love that. I'm going to say that again. Not to have is no reason not to get. Because again, let's go back to, we didn't have everything. I had that one pair of sneakers, and that one pair of sneakers, God bless you, Ma, was a pair of, I'm dating myself. She brought me a pair of PF Flyers. Right. Because I used to watch this cartoon called Johnny Quest. And he used to wear PF Flyers. And they were supposed to make you run faster, right, jump higher. And they said, well, I tried that jump higher thing and wound up busting my head open. Because they didn't make me jump higher. Right. But the thing is, my mom and her spirit she gave us. So that's where I got all of that spirit to do what I do. Yeah. And the names come from my daughter. All right. My name. All right. And then every segment I end by saying, this is I say it again, Mrs. Inez Bosh's baby boy. And that has taken on. Because when people say me, oh, hi, Mrs. Inez baby boy, right. Yep. Yeah, this is Bosh Jr. And to me, that means I made this bigger than me. It's not about me.
Right.
It's about them and the people I touch. So that's how all of these names came about.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Just giving like see like you just give out your shout to everybody like family, everything like that. So out of all the guests that you had, you've done like you said you've done like 300 interviews.
Oh my goodness. It would probably have to be it would probably have to be more than that.
Oh wow.
Because at one time, and shame on me, I'm going to get back to it. My engineers and my team said you need to be posting stuff every week because I have segment, but I'm just with my other interests. But at one time, I was doing 2-3 interviews a week, so it was sometimes 12, 16 people a month. So I know I've done well over 300 to 400 interviews.
Oh wow. Oh
yes.
My goodness. Jeez, that's a lot of interviews. I can't even count how many interviews I've done, but but this is like that's a lot of interviews. That's a lot of interviews right there. So wow. Okay. Like what would you say is your most special interview?
Oh wow.
The interview that really stands out in your mind the most.
I did so many interviews that I'm going to say they all stand out because I'm not going to slight anybody. Yeah,
Right.
but they all stand out because every interview I've done, I put my heart and soul into it. But I've interviewed some special people all over the country, all over the world, and including the Capital District. Because to be fair, yeah, all my interviews is good. I interviewed this actress, and she said, I said, what role didn't you get? She says, well, or something. She said, well, I said, when you audition, what do you think? She said, when I audition, I think I should get every part I auditioned for.
I know that's right.
So every guest I've had was great and outstanding.
Oh my God, that's great. That's amazing. Like I would say like all the interviews that I've done, I've done some good interviews. So nothing, I've like a lot of them have been great. They've all been, good. I'm glad to the people who I have interviewed, they've gone on to do like amazing things. So yeah, I could definitely say for myself that, my interviews, were definitely good as well. They were all like, pretty good. So what would you say, what's next for you in the future?
Uh, what's next for me in the future? Um, I would say what's next for me in the future is to truly start what should I say? Legacy building.
Oh, okay.
Getting
All right.
people involved. Hopefully my family,
Right.
my kids, and now to do things that's going to last years and years from when I'm going. So that's what's next for me in the future. And how am I going to accomplish that? To continue to do the things that I'm doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. How many children do you have, by the way?
9.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious? No, you're not.
No. Oh man, that was good though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
No,
like, what?
3. Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, homegrown too. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So they're off doing amazing things, I'm sure.
amazing,
Okay.
amazing. And a shout out to MTV. My daughter Monique Tashe Bosh has now, and like when well, to go back to your question, what's next for me in the future? She now is gravitating towards what I'm doing,
Okay.
and I am so blessed and thrilled about that because younger when you try to push that on them, they go, "Oh, Dad, I'm not really interested."
Yeah.
But now, she wants to go where I go, see what I see, and do what I do.
Nice.
Oh
my God,
and
I love it.
yes, I love that. Yeah, I love that. And Mo, when you see this interview, I know I don't say it enough. I'm proud of all of y'all, but I'm so proud of you. You are a true overcoming adversity specialist. When you go through things, you always get up from the count and you get up bigger and better. So you continue to be you, you continue to shine. And as you always say, when you used to meet guys, you would tell them, I wasn't raised like that. My father didn't raise me like that. And now I'm seeing the fruition of all the things I used to do. And I know sometimes I was hard.
Right.
Sometimes I got on your nerve. But and one of my favorite sayings to her was smart, tough, and strong. And you exemplify all of that. So God bless you. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. And I know that 50 years from now, you're going to keep everything that I'm doing alive in various ways, whether it's through the education, scholarship fund, and honoring me and my mother, or just out there making a difference by being a difference. So God bless you.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful. That's
Or as I
great.
say, Monisa.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, who you think who's going to be your next guest on the show?
My next guest will probably be on the show. Well, I'll tell you who I was supposed to have, but
Okay.
our schedules fell through. But my next guest is probably going to be, yeah, on the show. Yeah, I was supposed to get Lucretia Rucker,
Oh
but
yes,
yeah,
King
but
Diamond.
but I have so many lined up. So right now, immediately, my next guest is probably going to be this dynamo. Like I said, I had the opportunity to interview Kim Wafers.
Okay.
She's a local actress in the
Okay,
518.
I
Yeah,
saw that on your page.
right, and she
She
does
and
the
Harriet
Harriet Tubman.
Tubman.
Yes,
That
yeah.
was at the youth breakfast, right? Back
That's right.
in
That's right.
February. Okay.
So that's my girl. She's gonna rock the stage right here in Remo Media.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see that.
Yes.
So definitely, definitely put that out. Definitely, post that. I'll share it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to see that. Like I'm an actress as well, not just media personality. I like to act as well. So that would be something interesting that I would love to see. So
Wow. I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless.
Thank you.
And so blessed to be able to share my story and to have a story. I always tell everybody, you have a story,
Right.
right? You have a purpose. And a few of my favorite scriptures or sayings is God's gift to us is life. What we do in our life is our gift to God. And everybody has a gift. Everybody has a gift. And I always say, you have a gift.
Right.
And when I think of you and a lot of the people I interview, and when I think of myself, I always say, a person's gift shall make room for them.
Right.
And they shall be amongst greatness. Well, you have a gift. I have a gift. And God has blessed us to be amongst greatness. So I'm really happy about that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, this is your girl, Little O, the Little O Experience, and I am blessed and happy to be at Remo Media Studios I shouldn't say lovely because you're a guy, but with Mr. H. Bosh Jr. This has been, thank you so much for having me come down here. This has been an amazing, amazing interview. Thank you so much for letting me sit down and talk with you and everything like that, and just inviting us to your studio. This has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. So thank you so much from me to you. I appreciate that. Definitely check out this interview right here on my YouTube channel, The Little O Experience 2024. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this interview. I'm also going to post a snippet of it on The Little O Experience, my Facebook page. But yeah, if you like the full interview, will be on my YouTube channel. And like I said, definitely like, share, and subscribe if you like this interview. The Little O Experience here at Remo Media Studios with Mr. H. Bosh Jr. Check it out. Peace.